Hi everyone, gone. What's an Ensemble Assassin? We are back with some more Vampyr. So there's a few side quests that I want to check out now, so we can get them done. We're going to start with, actually, I think that one's actually really close by. We'll start with this one. Then we're going to have a look for the restaurant one, I think. Might not even be able to do these, might not be able to access the location to do them.
Support the equality between men and women.
Oh, I've never talked to you.
Good evening, sir. May I have your attention, please?
Come on, Johnny. Don't you recognize your oldest friend?
Clarence.
Oh.
Clarence Crossley. How are you? My God. So you survived the war too. So sorry I didn't recognize you at first.
I almost didn't recognize you either. War does that to men, I heard. In my case, it was true, for I witnessed the horror that lies underneath.
An old friend.
When did you escape the war and return to London?
You know what's funny? I almost never think about the war. Not anymore. I'm involved in another kind of battle now.
I know what you mean. I haven't had much time to think about the war either since my return.
Of course. With the epidemic, I bet you've been busy as well. Forgive me, Johnny, I didn't want to sound selfish.
What is this new battle?
I saw terrible things during the war. Horrors
No, the
I
new
thought
battle,
I'd
not the old
forget.
battle.
They're here too. They're everywhere. Vampires.
What? What are you talking about? Oh, this is the one.
Venus.
We've spent so much time away from each other, and so many things have happened.
But you're alive. You returned in one piece and you have a family. How many soldiers can say the same?
Believe me, it's not quite that simple. Unlike you, I'm not the man I used to be.
Is everything all right at home? Surely Venus was relieved to see you return from France in one piece.
Have you forgot what people are like in this part of town, Johnny? Venus fears for our family reputation. Now her husband has become the village idiot.
Oh. Be worried for the family of Venus poisoning their heads. You need to tell them about that.
Venus is poisoning you, Clarence. She wants you dead.
So she really hates me that much now. My poor wife. I had no idea my research would drive her to such extremes.
I'm sorry, Clarence.
Why would you tell me that? First you returned from the dead, and now you tell me my wife is trying to murder me.
So we.
You're a stupid bastard, but you're my friend, Clarence. And I don't have many left. I don't want you to die. Not like that.
But I love her. I love my wife. Did I make her suffer that much? Have I become such a burden?
So you have no suspicions about her at all? Nothing in Venus's behavior has seemed odd since you returned.
Frankly, it's my behavior that's been odd. Ever since I got back from the war, she accuses me of being paranoid and delusional.
Oh. Ah, and that's everything for her. I just need to meet the woman.
Do you need medical assistance, Clarence?
It's a little late for visiting hours, don't you think?
What can I say? I haven't lost my old habits.
I hope we're talking about the same habits, old friend.
You need some rest, Clarence. You should try to sleep.
Let's go find Emily. Can't I just...
Hello? Is anyone there?
Jonathan, is that you? I did not know you were back in London. Oh, my dear Johnny. I'm so sorry for your loss. Mary was such a sweetheart.
Thank you, Venus. May I come in?
I was going to bed, actually.
Ah.
Forgive me. With the epidemic, I tend to forget people are supposed to sleep at night.
I'll tell you what. Come back tomorrow for tea. I'll be glad to see you then.
God damn it. Up. Ow. No. Where in the world are you, Emily? Ah, can I just... Yeah, that's great. I can go up there, but I just don't know how. I have no idea. Maybe another quest. This one. Maybe I have to get into that woman's house so I can take another exit which lead me up high enough to get into where
Women of
she
all
is.
countries unite! Die! Bloody monster!
I will return later. It's locked, all right.
It's in here. How do I get in? Maybe these two can give me something to help me get in there.
Turn around, sir.
Yeah, sure, right. I'll go around. Oh, I get it. I was like, they're following me with their eyes. Maybe if I kill them, they'll have something on them now.
Don't come any fucking closer. Want some of this?
Any effects yet?
Die, vermin! Killing's all you deserve. Die, Lee!
Maybe not. hard to get in there. Aha.
It's locked.
Oh. Oh wait, is there 2 doors? Oh, there's 2 doors. I can't get in either of them. Wunderbar. Okay. Can't do this quest either. Can I do? This one, I guess. Where's some of these? One of them's back where I came from. 2 of them are back where I came from. One of them's just up the way. I think I was find the key or something. That's what I thought I might get. Oh. Must be a sign or something. Ow! Stop it now.
This is now my domain, young Ekon.
Ah!
I'm sure Kaloon Russell has no interest in such a conventional menu.
You're mine, vermin!
Alright, now we need to get back to Pembroke. What was the point in getting all the way over to that one? Because it was just the ones in the best place. Right, this one. No, don't have a fluid now. We have to. Oh, what we have to do? Oh, let's find the third party father's testament. Okay. Where would it be? If I was a testament, where would I be? Can I ask someone? Have you seen my
Good evening,
father's
Nurse Brenda.
testament?
Good evening.
Goodbye, nurse.
Doesn't seem like it. I know I only asked one person, but I don't know, I just feel like it is impossible. I feel like it's most likely to be upstairs, but I have no idea. I didn't get what this place has got. I've only just been given a room here, so it's not like my old office was here or something. Literally a whole lot of hospital to look at. I don't know, was his father a doctor?
Street corner. The daily routine.
Oh, that's not even I feel like the most likely place is my office in Swansea's. Can't open them.
It's locked, all right.
Hello. Ah, do you know anything
Hello,
about it?
Pretend.
I'm sure.
What can you tell me about the Great Hunt?
A sad story, my dear friend. Tragic, in fact. The Brotherhood was betrayed by some of its most trusted members.
Why was it a tragedy?
Not only did the Guard of Prewen hunt down and kill most ancient vampires of England, they also destroyed or confiscated their possessions. Priceless knowledge was lost in just a few nights.
Tell me about the betrayal.
The founders of the Guard of Prewen stole precious and unique documents and reports from the Brotherhood's library when they left. They used them to identify and locate their next targets.
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave?
Oh, the legendary founder of the Ascalon Club. I'm afraid I cannot help you with that, Jonathan.
So you do know him?
All the Brotherhood knows about him is highly confidential. He is dangerously intimate with the royal family and Britain's inner circles.
Are you afraid of him? Is he that dangerous?
No, but since most ancient vampires were killed or fled England during the Great Hunt of 1850, he may be the oldest British vampire. A myth in the flesh, so to speak.
Did you know that Lady Ashbury is an artist? And rather a good one.
Well, actually, yes. I attended an exhibition of her paintings before the war. Beautiful landscapes and stunning portraits. I wish I had purchased one.
Perhaps we could go to her next exhibition, you and I.
What a beautiful idea, Jonathan. Did you know she told me once she had been a model for famous painters? But she never told me which ones.
I shall return later. Thank you, Edgar.
Lots of ingredients. Well, I wonder how I get the key for the other guy's thing. The other guy just gave me his key.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
Oh. Oh, crud. Well, guess we should try a new outfit for a while. I've been wearing that one with the DLC for ages. I ain't changing back again.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Water? I don't have any water. But there is a sink. I swear there's some sink in there. Yeah, there's a sink right there. Ah, does it say whose room that is? Oh, first floor, and then it says up.
It's locked, all right.
Where is it? Ah!
Southwark. My departure for France as a promising student. My return.
Where is the father's safe? All the way back in. What? Oh God.
As a brilliant surgeon, about to be killed. Transformed.
We gotta run ahead of us, guys. We gotta get back to Southwark. Oh, this is that safe. Like, when I searched that whole place and just couldn't open his safe. Yeah, it's the only thing in Southwark that I couldn't open. And now we got the key. And we know whose safe it was. It was the dad's.
Over there! There's one of them vermin! Stupid beast! Steady, boys! We've got one of them! Steady, boys! We've got one of them here!
Oh. Ow. It's got serious around here, apparently.
For now, everything seems under control.
Hopefully I get experience for completing this quest. And we can take a shortcut through the docks. Oh, it's got. Whoa. Thank you. Actually, I could potentially upgrade something again. Oh no, I need like 6. I probably wouldn't have enough. I do need blood, but I can't bother to beat the rats right now. Just get that out by choice, or. Oh yeah.
He's mine! I'll take it!
See how he dressed? Looks like an aristocrat.
Bloody leech! Oh no!
Cute. It's good, but yeah, it's the one right here. Nice. Step the stairs. Maybe there's something worth coming all this way for, though. I hope. Is it watch? What was it? All that for an expensive watch? Really? Ekon must have belonged to Jonathan's father. What can I do with that? What else can I do? I think I can do the yeah, all done. All done. Take the braille. Actually no, that will take me. Fine restaurant one, I guess. This one. We'll take that shortcut.
Feel it coming in my bones. The hatred.
Keeping things straight, these parts will be running completely amok.
Ow! Nice. Oh yeah, shortcuts! Somewhere around here. This is the mad woman I was telling you guys about.
Tasty rats. Those clever rodents are cautious now. They won't approach.
Nothing I can ask her or anything, so
I must.
no point. Right, where's this restaurant? Card,
It's
there.
locked.
Evergreen? Restaurant.
I'm sure Kaloon Russell has no interest in such a conventional menu.
And one more. Ah, the one we looked at before where you blindfolded me. That'll happen. Oh, thank God. They're still there. If I went through the whole game and killed everything, can't mass, wander around, not caring the world. Right, this is the good one. Hey?
A restaurant where the
there you
guests are blindfolded before being seated. Intriguing.
Oh. Ah, that's my house. Hello, my friend. I've found you a suitable restaurant.
Good evening, Dr. Reid. A great night, what?
Personal? here you go.
I have found a restaurant that could satisfy you, Mr. Russell. The most intriguing and exotic restaurant in London.
Really? You have piqued my interest. Where is it?
It's a place where you eat in complete darkness and try to identify your meal without anything but your palate.
My, oh my, how interesting. It could even be fun to eat a little poisson et frites that way. Oh, thank you, Dr. Reid. Please, have this for your research.
Goodbye, Mr. Russell. I'm sure you'll take care of yourself.
Thank you. That's all I can do. Can't work how to get there. Can't work that out. Haven't found this. Oh no. He's been attacked. And yeah, I can't take that. Alright, let's take a look at the main quest now, baby. There's no Caesar's head vampire. Need to run there of interest to me. Right. Talk to me, Mr. Man. Ascalon Club.
Do you know where you are standing right now?
In front of the Ascalon Club, I presume.
Vampire.
The Ascalon Club only summons or ostracizes. What is your business tonight?
I received an invitation. I'm Dr. Johnathon Reid.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reid. Please proceed. Lord Redgrave is waiting on you upstairs.
Oh, there's a few dead friends here. I'm leaving. Guess they're not my friends.
There has been quite a battle here. I'm sure the Ascalon Club has the money to replace the
Welcome
furniture.
to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reid.
Cheers, whatever your face is again. Oh, I forgot your name, mate. I'm terribly sorry, old boy. I forgot your name. We'll go upstairs, am I? Ascalon Club. Oh yeah. Oh, give me those collectibles. Oh, secret. This is a secret. Ah, the exit. acquired a new type of hand. Equipped and press Y to directly absorb blood. Oh, we might have to equip that and try it out. 10 blood absorption. Kind of skips the purpose of needing stun, doesn't it, when I can just get the blood straight away? Didn't think of it like that. Oh, can I have that? Ooh! Basement key. I don't want to use the basement. Probably shouldn't be taking things from this man's house. A lot of it was like Fallout, but different, where it didn't say you're doing a bad deed, and suddenly it's like you've taken my basement key, haven't you, you swine? Oh shit. Oh, no.
Good evening. We repel the intruders for now.
My good friends, if I may have your attention. Behold our visitor, the good Dr. Reid. Newborn of blood so pure and strong that even my friend Fergal Bansher was no match for him.
Here, here, here.
There.
Come forward, young Ekon, for we have so much to discuss. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reid. I am Lord Redgrave, Earl of Bristol and chairman of this exclusive association.
Lord Redgrave.
At last we meet. I've been eager to make your acquaintance. I've heard some astounding things about you. Please accept my condolences for your loss, Dr. Reid.
Thank you, my lord. Lady Ashbury expressed your wish to meet me.
Yes. The lady has always been a useful acquaintance, though not always reliable. Is she a good friend of yours?
Yeah, so you trying
She's
to
a
kill
close
you.
friend, and I'm honored that she feels the same about me.
The centuries have taught me never to trust a woman completely, especially if she is a mortal. Too prone to emotions, if you ask me.
Don't like you, mate.
Too fickle when it comes to important decisions.
My lord, do not expect me to speak ill of Lady Ashbury.
Of course not, and I praise your loyalty. Would you offer the
Raise us
same
up.
fidelity to the Empire?
What do you mean?
I speak of the Skull Plague that threatens London and the country. You have been on the front line in the East End, but the time has come to open up a second front here.
The epidemic has escaped the quarantine. You have new cases of the outbreak.
We don't know for certain, but we cannot allow the disease to threaten the prominent heads of Great Britain.
Why do you suddenly need me?
The Ascalon Club only recruits the best, and you definitely fit the bill.
Oh, thank you.
Your
So it's making
scientific
me
and
blush.
medical reputation alone would qualify you as a candidate.
You want me to find possible sources of the outbreak in the West End. Is that it?
Ah, straight to the point, like all eager newborns. We shall have time to talk about all this, Dr. Reid, but first, I should like to get to know you better.
Talk? Is that the only reason you asked me here?
Well, no. I also wanted to meet the intriguing Ekon, who made such a
Stuttering
powerful
your words,
copy
my
of
friend.
his sister. You have not learned the name of your maker, am I correct?
No, I haven't.
Have no embarrassment, Dr. Reid. We all make mistakes. But whatever your lineage, you are definitely Ascalon material.
What do you mean?
I would like you to become a member of the Ascalon Club, and to serve me as such.
Before I accept, I have so many questions.
Please ask.
What is the Ascalon Club's express purpose?
We follow the credo of William Marshall, the greatest knight who ever lived. As was he, we are sworn to protect the British Empire.
Let's see.
What does Ascalon mean?
Ascalon was the lance wielded by St. George, glorious patron saint of England when he slew the dragon. And like that lance, we pierce the hearts of all our nation's enemies.
William Marshall founded the Ascalon Club.
Not exactly. William Marshall granted me immortality, and I founded the club a few years later. The good knight has been gone for so long.
What does it mean to be a member of the Ascalon Club?
It means that you swear to protect the interests of the crown, that you become a loyal servant of the British Empire.
Do you have any official recognition from the government? A charter from His Majesty the King?
No. Of course, the Ascalon Club publicly supports the Empire, but the true nature of its members remains a secret.
Am I supposed to follow orders?
As founder and chairman of the club, I alone am entitled to make demands of our members. And I do appreciate obedience.
I killed Fergal, who claimed to be one of yours, sent to cleanse the East End of all Skulls. Will his death be an issue?
Do not worry. My priorities have changed. Fergal was a zealous servant of mine, but like any servant, he had his limitations and is readily replaced if necessary.
Fair enough.
I agree to join the club.
This is good news. Good news indeed in these crucial times. Let's inform the Assembly formally and proceed with your initiation.
My initiation?
Fear not. Nothing fancy nor dangerous. It is just that we, the members of Ascalon, believe that tradition and custom are the backbone of this country.
Good.
My fellow members, dear friends, please gather and welcome this Ekon as one of our own.
Is he worthy? Is his blood pure?
Well, speak, Dr. Reid, in front of the most sacred blood. The blood of our beloved William Marshall. Speak now.
Man, if
you
there's a
serve
chance
and
your person
protect the
will
crown
you die
as
and
he
that's the
did?
credits. You're like, what?
Yes, I will.
All that
Then,
work
young
effort and
Ekon,
then just die
it
and
is
have to
time
restart the
to
game doing
testify
everything to
with
make
your
yourself
blood.
up again.
It is time to sign the Book of Allegiance.
Okay, sign my life away. Can I read the fine print first? You know, the
I
bit
know
that
it's awfully
says,
Gothic and a tad
I'm your
pedantic,
bitch.
but
I don't
England's
like that bit.
traditions are the backbone of our nation.
Do I have a choice? Oh crap, it's just oh my god, that's nasty. Sure could do that, you weirdo.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reid. Take your place among the bearers of the lance.
One of us! One of us!
Soon I can talk to these fellas now. Alright, what can I say to you
That
then?
went well, did it not? It is always useful to bolster the troops' morale, especially before a difficult battle.
You have the makings of a general, my lord.
I was, though very long ago. Well, not quite a general, but a proud defender of the crown.
So why did you really want to meet me?
Straight to the point again, young Ekon. All right, let's talk, you and I, Lance Bearer.
I'm listening, my lord.
According to my spies, you have worked with Dr. Edgar Swansea on the epidemic, and your findings were quite alarming.
You were spying on me?
Not personally. I rarely leave this building. But once he found you, Fergal kept me informed. until you put an end to his mission.
Who was Fergal? I don't see him sipping tea with the others in the club.
Fergal Banshire was my squire of sorts. Even before becoming that magnificent beast, he was a brute. He served me well for decades.
No, I mean, what was he? He was clearly no ordinary vampire.
No, he was a Volcod. All muscles and instinct. Quite the rare breed. Ferociously territorial. Mortals often mistake them for werewolves.
Let's see.
You do know I killed him.
Yes.
Will you bear ill will towards me for his death?
Of course not. Your victory was quite impressive and courageous. You earned my respect.
Good.
Do you know Edgar Swansea?
Not personally. But I've been told he has some sort of immortal fetish, and is a good friend of yours.
Does it bother you that I consider him my good friend?
As long as you reveal nothing of the club's inner workings, why should I forbid you engaging in conversation with the good Dr. Swansea?
You could forbid me?
Yes, I'm convinced the recent invasion of frenzied Skulls in London is directly linked to the epidemic. This is not the Spanish flu, but something else.
I would be glad to hear more of your discoveries, Dr. Reid, but for now, my main concern is the security of London's inhabitants, both mortal and immortal.
What do you mean?
Alarmed by the epidemic, the Guard of Priwen has started a war against us British vampires. To appease the situation, we must eradicate the Skulls.
Skulls are malevolent and disgusting creatures.
I knew I was right to induct you, Dr. Reid. You would not dare lie to me on such a vital topic now, would you?
So, what do you want me to do?
I want you to investigate the city thoroughly. I have reason to fear there are cases of contagion in this part of town. Our absolute priority is to find and cleanse them.
And how would you like me to proceed?
By all means necessary, Dr. Reid. You are now a member of the Ascalon Club, and you have carte blanche. Interrogate the locals, follow all the leads you find, and get results.
Alright. Oh! Oh, level 4, baby! Nice. Oh, I can't even... Oh, I thought I'd be able to talk
Have
to
you
these
heard the
fellas.
rumors of some horned vampire revealing himself and singing obscure songs around the
Hello,
city?
mate.
Good evening, Dr. Reid.
You're not
How does it
vampire.
feel to be this evening's centerpiece? Figuratively.
It's quite unsettling. As a doctor, I am more used to being the observer than the subject observed.
Do not be alarmed. The Ascalon Club has a tried and tested policy for choosing its initiates.
May I ask who you are, sir?
Why would you be interested?
Well, as you seem to be the only man in the room with a beating heart, you draw quite a bit of attention yourself.
Ah, vampire senses never cease to fascinate me. They dwarf those of mere mortals. I am Aloysius Dawson, by the way.
Are you a member of the club?
Yes, I am. And I have been for many years. And will be until the day I die.
What can you tell me about it?
It's not really my
Are you
place
sick?
to give
No,
you
I'm
such
old.
information. I am merely a mortal member. And a dying one at that.
Are you sick?
Personally, I consider my advancing years are a sickness in itself. My body is slowly abandoning me, Dr. Reid.
Are you not afraid? You are surrounded by vampires.
Sir, it's for that very reason that I joined the club in the first place.
Is not the nature of this club a secret shared by only a privileged few?
My dear Dr. Reid, I have spent years and a fortune precisely to gather that kind of information.
So you asked for membership?
I have been a member of many clubs in many countries. But I must admit, this one is my favorite.
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave?
I would not dare speak of our chairman without his consent.
Mr. Dawson. Of Dawson and Dawson.
Ah.
The wealthiest man in England. It is a pleasure to meet such a prominent figure of London.
A withering London figurehead, to be precise.
Are you sick, Mr. Dawson? I am a doctor, you know.
My case is beyond the scope of traditional medicine. I have spent fortunes on the world's most competent doctors to arrive at that diagnostic conclusion.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Should I suppose that you're here in search of some form of immortality?
Absolutely not. I'm here to implement my plan to save the city I was born in. To cast out the ghastly evil that has us all on our knees.
I wonder if it's like a simple disease that
What do you
would be
know
cured
about
easily
the Guard of
nowadays.
Freewood?
I should not say this, but I admire their commitment. This is what the nation needs right now.
But they are our enemies.
They are not mine, Dr. Reid.
Would you help them?
No. There is a time for such methods. But brute force will not be enough to fight this plague. We have to think differently.
What is the situation like in this part of town?
I am sure Lord Redgrave will enlighten you more effectively than I.
Money cannot solve every problem. This mysterious epidemic is going to require more than money can buy.
You're right. Money is nothing unless one has the will to wield it. I have a plan, sir. A radical one that will save all that is essential in London.
What is your plan, then?
Quarantine and barricades are futile. What we need is a wall. A formidable, unscalable wall to isolate the deserving from the infected masses.
What was he?
Complete isolation has proven effective throughout history, but the death toll has always been a high one.
I am glad you understand the concept of necessary sacrifice.
Are you not mistaking sacrifice for summary execution?
Why do you care? Are you not a vampire? Removed from all mortal concerns? Decisiveness is what the city needs, and it needs it now.
Can play with the brave all he wants, but I won't put a foot outside until the Pre-Wen end their hunt.
How's your investigation going, Dr. Reid? Time is our enemy.
I have a few questions for your lordship.
All right, but be quick.
What can you tell me about the Great Hunt?
It's a major concern. And I'm convinced we'll only get a satisfactory conclusion by putting an end to the epidemic.
I have already met Geoffrey McCullum. I am certain he will persist until he has killed every last vampire.
The Guard's current successful recruitment campaign is driven by the ravenous behavior of the Skulls.
I see. So without the epidemic creating Skulls, the Guard could not convince anybody of our presence.
Exactly. Once we have put the epidemic behind us, we need only wait until the Guard grows old and weak. Time will once again become our ally.
What about the risk of a full-scale attack here? Geoffrey McCullum is a daring leader.
That is exactly why so many of our number have left the country until things improve. But not me. I founded this club. I'll die defending it.
You made me swear on the blood of William Marshall during my initiation ceremony. Why was that?
William Marshall was the most glorious knight who ever lived. He served 5 kings, and was a living example of probity for all. And he was my maker.
William Marshall was a vampire? Is this some sort of joke? Wait. Could he be my maker?
That would be joyful news, for it would mean he still walks among us. But alas, the great knight has left this world for good.
Why is his blood so sacred to the Ascalon Club?
He was simply the greatest defender of the realm we have ever known. I fought by his side at the Battle of Preston, and he made me his progeny following the fight.
May I ask you about the mortal who attended my initiation? Mr. Aloysius Dawson?
A member of the club does not normally ask questions about other members. We trust each other mutually.
So he really is a member, then?
Indeed. Only the most eminent members are allowed to attend such ceremonies. Even if I admit some of us fled during the first hours of the Great Hunt.
But Mr. Dawson is mortal. Are you not afraid he might reveal who you are? Especially to your enemies.
Aloysius Dawson is a man of his word, as are all of us. This is the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reid. We do not grant access to the unworthy.
Goodbye, Lord Redgrave.
Godspeed, Dr. Reid. We are counting on you.
Clean up the mess inside the club since we were attacked. I must admit the guard of Prewen impressed me. They must have spent
I'm
years...
sure you have more important things to do than talking with an old man like myself.
Sure. Can the basement? Oh, you're still
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reid.
I thought you were one of those blokes upstairs. You look like one. Ah, basement? Yes. Reveal your secrets. Bastards. I was going to a cutscene then. What? Aha, that's why I came down there. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more collectibles to find. There's anything down there. Right, and now level 4, mesmerize? Yeah! Nice move, good.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club.
Whatever. Off the pebble button. Button, button, bedroom, button.
I think Lord Redgrave just suggested I was sired by an ancient vampire.
Now you will let me in on the same night that you said you were going to bed, but you're still gonna be awake.
Jonathan, you're still up. Can't you just knock at people's doors during the day?
I'm sure you can spare me a few minutes. For old time's sake.
Of course you may enter, Jonathan.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
Allow me to search your house.
You're always welcome here. But at this hour of night?
I'll have a word with you in a minute. I just want to search your entire house first. Well, we'll have that conversation.
It's a pleasure to see you again, Venus.
So you returned from the war in one piece too. Thank God. My Clarence is back home too.
How is the old rascal?
Probably outside, chasing ghosts and chimeras. Clarence has changed a lot since he returned from the war, you know.
Yeah, you're trying to poison him!
Venus, why do you worry so much about your family's reputation?
Everyone laughs at Clarence now. And they avoid me because they believe I share his insane opinions. I'm a leper in my own community.
Shine.
How have you been since the last time we met? How long has it been? 3 years now?
I've done my duty, like all British women. You have no idea what it was like to wait for months without knowing if I'd still be a wife or a widow.
I understand. Luckily, this part of town has been saved from the worst of the bombings, from what I've seen.
Yes, and it's also true about the epidemic. The flu has killed here too, of course, but not on such a large scale as in other parts of town.
Have you noticed anything peculiar about the neighborhood recently?
You mean except for your return to town? No. Oh, and again, Jonathan.
So good to see you.
Please accept my condolences for your
yes.
sister.
Thank you, Venus. It was so sudden. And I've been so busy, I haven't spoken to anyone about it.
I wish I could have assisted at the funeral, but you know, it's been so quick. And what with the epidemic in the streets?
There's no need to apologize, my dear. It's normal, considering the circumstances.
No, it's not. I am sure that Clarence has not even thought to present you his condolences. He is too busy with his penny dreadful stories.
Why is my return so surprising?
It's more an unexpected happy end than a surprise. You and Clarence, back from the war. You have no idea how hard it's been for me.
Why do you and your husband argue so much?
He is not the kind man I married.
Got all the hints for her, so
He's
full
obsessed
XP, but
with
have no, I've got all,
Obsessed
yeah,
with
those
high
is, but I haven't
mirrors.
actually got all the hints,
I feel
considering there's
trapped.
2 more.
It just makes me want to scream.
Yeah, look, I've still got 2 more.
Why are you poisoning your husband?
He has spent a fortune printing his bloody papers. I can't stand this nightmare anymore. We are the butt of everyone's jokes since he returned.
If you're so frustrated by Clarence's behavior, why don't you just leave him?
I have already lost the best years of my life because of him. I will not jeopardize my future for some lunatic. He goes, and I inherit what's left.
I cannot let you kill your husband, Venus. This madness is more insane than his obsession.
What are you going to do? Report me to the police? I did my research too, Dr. Reid. The substance I use is undetectable.
Don't press your luck.
And did you see Clarence's state of mind? What would become of him if left alone?
You little
Do
cow
you need
bag.
my medical attention?
No thanks, Jonathan.
Oh,
Goodbye.
yes, I need to
What
ask
do you
that.
need?
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual?
The McPhersons. I heard they locked themselves in their own house.
They could just be afraid of getting sick.
Perhaps you're right. But if I were you, I'd pay them a visit. A big house, reachable through a courtyard, to the north of the railway bridge.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
I remember when Mary came here with her husband and her son.
Alright, don't want to know. You're upsetting me. Oh, yeah, I can see if there's a way across to that house. The one that is impossible to reach.
It's locked.
Clarence is spending his family fortune to finance his campaign against vampires. Where is it? Yay, I can go outside. What the heck, just let someone, even if they're a friend, wander around the house? Crazy. Right. We're in.
No invitation is needed to enter this building. That can't be a good sign. No sign of a struggle.
Ooh.
Emily wanted to become a vampire.
Oh my god.
Something blood. I should follow the trail.
Of course it leads to the docks. Let's put this quest on. There we go. Hey! She's dead.
Who are you? What are you doing
Oh
here?
shit, another vampire guy.
I'm the Marquis de Bois-Colombes, and I strongly invite you to find your own game, sir.
I'm not here to sustain myself. I'm currently investigating the death of a young woman killed by a vampire.
A young woman killed by a vampire? Oh, you're joking, right? Oh, I do love the British sense of humor.
And who exactly are you?
I am Jacques-Michel Guillaume Florimond de Marquis de Bois-Colombes, at your service, my dear
How
cousin.
did you just say to me?
You're French, but your English is quite good.
I was born in France, sir, but I consider myself a traveler of this world. So many countries, so many tantalizing tastes.
Dear cousin, are we related?
We could be of the same blood, my dear. I tend to consider all Ekons as family, don't you?
Nope.
What are you doing here?
I recently decided to visit London. I've always dreamed of visiting a city on the verge of collapse. Such a delicate, yet intense spectacle.
I think I'm going to be killing you.
You take pleasure from others' misery.
I have been a totally depraved and immoral creature since the day I was reborn, sir. And probably before.
What do you plan to do here?
Take pleasure. Take pictures. Enjoy the show. Have fun. Believe me, I won't be the only foreign immortal who bought a ticket to the fair.
I followed the trail of blood from her room to here.
Oh, you're referring to that young woman. Yes, the meeting turned messy. I'm afraid I ruined my last redingote.
So you admit you murdered her?
I admit nothing, my good sir. I only regret the blood of that girl staining my clothes. Oh, blood can be so messy.
What happened?
She wanted to become one of us. Not the first time I have received such a proposal, but I must admit her direct approach tempted me.
And then what?
The body rejected my blood. It happens, you know, sometimes even with voluntary prey. At least her gurglings brought me some fun, until the artery burst.
Your cruelty deserves punishment, sir.
And what else is new?
I got my ass kicked. I want to beat him up for what he did. I really don't believe him.
All countries unite!
Good evening, Miss Ashbury.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reid.
I'm investigating the source of the...
A few days ago, I spotted a string.
Where is it?
It's the Mulaney's. A night...
Goodbye, Charlotte.
She's been quite